What's up, everybody? In this video I'm going to show you how to take one of these styrofoam heads, turn it into one of these monster heads. We're using styrofoam clay. This is the first time I've ever used it. Let's see how I did it. So I take my styrofoam head here and I'm basically just going to cut the front out of it and chip it away and see what we can do. So now I throw the foam clay over the hole, and I just basically want to cover the whole head in the clay first before I start really detailing it. Yeah, I'm thinking about putting an eye in there. That's supposed to be a mouth. Go ahead and flatten out the little mouth areas, put it on the back of the head. Now I'm kind of just flattening things out, warming it up with my hand. Alright, let's put the eye in and start putting some teeth on this thing. You know, to tell you the truth, it almost looks a little too friendly with that eye in the middle. So let's just keep going and see what we do. I think I end up taking the eye out. Looks a little too nice. Yeah, we took the eye out. I'm gonna go ahead and put the eyes above the mouth with smaller eyes. Go ahead and sculpt out the eyebrows, eyelids, whatever you want to call them. I'm gonna put a big old gnarly tongue in here. Styrofoam clay, a little bit of tinfoil underneath and some wire. Looking pretty cool. Now I'm just gonna start using my fingers and kind of giving some texture around the head where maybe there would be wrinkles and flips and flops of skin. That's starting to look pretty cool. More texture, the better. Spooky little thing. Pretty soon, I think I'm gonna start painting it after I get the mouth done here. Yeah, looks pretty cool. I'm gonna go ahead and put that eyeball. I painted it red. Put it on the back of his head. I mean, why not? He's not human, is he? No. Okay. There it is. There's the base of it. So we'll go ahead and let it dry. Then we'll start painting. Alright. Start painting the inside of the mouth first. And I got a little excited. As you can see, the teeth and the tongue were already done. I got excited and I forgot to turn the camera on. But now here we are. Go ahead and paint the mouth with some red. I'm using acrylic paints on this styrofoam head and styrofoam clay. Once I get all the reds in, put a little bit around the teeth just so it looks ooey gooey bloody buddy. Then we'll start adding some darker colors. But getting around all these teeth. Those teeth are styrofoam as well. Lightweight. They don't crack. They let you cut them pretty easy with the scissors. So now we go around the upper teeth. A little bit of this blood red. And this is my first time ever using this kind of clay with the styrofoam head. Never done anything like this, but it's super fun. Now we're gonna go ahead and shade around the eyes a little bit. Eventually this thing will be done. Hopefully detailed looking too, and not too cartoony and cheesy. Although I have to say I do love cheesy horror. So we'll see how this turns out. Going around the eyes. Go ahead and Shade around these eyes to kind of make them sunken in. This is just the first layer of paint. I think I do lots, but you'll see. All right, looking pretty spooky. Pretty spooky. I'm gonna go ahead and paint the rest of the head. Maybe not the rest, but we'll work it in there. This is just the first layer of paint. It's going to be painted over with darker colors, lighter colors, just so we can kind of see all the flips and folds and make it kind of look real, and then we'll glaze it at the end. I'm a super fast painter, see? See? Yeah, see? Alright, looking pretty cool. Gonna go ahead and do some blacks. In the back of the mouth, we'll even give them a little dangler in the back of the mouth. Whatever they call those, a little dangler. There's the dangler. Alright, some more blacks. Shade a little bit on the tongue. Honestly, I didn't like the way it looked on the tongue, but once I add more paint over it, it should blend together. Little black around the eyes, make it look a little more sunken in. Oh, there we go. Now you can see it kind of forming to a spooky. Thinking like it reminds me of the creature from the Black Lagoon a little bit. From Monster Squad, especially with the eyes. But it's an updated version of the creature from the Black Lagoon. Put some shading wherever I can. I think pretty soon I just start caking it everywhere. I get a little impatient sometimes. There we are. Now we start working our way around the teeth again with a little bit of black. Not too much. Now we can start going on the rest of the head, I guess. Here we go with the tongue, because I said I didn't like the black too much on the tongue. So I put some red over it, which gave it a cool, kind of muddied up, blood tongue looking thing to it. Look at that. Alright, now we're going to start coloring the teeth. Painting the teeth with a cream color. That red on there still isn't dry all the way, so it's going to kind of smear and give it a nice little dried blood look on the teeth, like he's been chomping on something that had a lot of tasty blood. Starting to look pretty cool here. A lot of teeth. So all the teeth aren't exactly perfect, but I think it came across pretty cool just how unperfect they are. They have all the nice little ridges and sides to them. They look kind of like crystals or something. So now we're going to paint the bottom teeth. Looking pretty cool. It's taking forever to do this. That's why I sped it up 10,000 times. I don't know if you guys want to watch a 5-hour long video, because that's probably about how long this whole thing took, was about 5 hours. So I'm going to go ahead and speed it up like this to keep it less painful for you. Last few teeth. And I didn't film actually painting the rest of the head and adding the neck, but you'll see that at the very end. Everything will be done. So I added some greens, a little more textures, some blacks around it. And then I actually went over off camera in another coat of paint, which I'll show you at the very end after I gloss it. And there it is. If you made it this far, thank you very much. Please subscribe and leave a comment there's any kind of monsters you want to see me make out of one of these, or at least give it my best shot. Like I said, this was my first time ever using it, but I feel like I can make some pretty cool things. So go ahead and comment with what you want to see me make. Cheers.